માં સ્વામીની પ્રેરણા સર્વથી સ્વભણી ત્રિભાષ્ય સામયિક multilingual bi-monthly March-April 2023 Volume number 3 Issue number 13 साक्षी भावनी शक्ति साक्षी भाव की शक्ति The Power of Equanimity.
The Power of Equanimity, Sakshi Bhav, reflected in Bhagavad-gita by Reshma Ji Kamble. India's contribution to the world's treasure of knowledge as well as culture is unparalleled. Be it philosophy, language, literature, arts, mathematics or physical sciences, including medicine and surgery. Ancient India has served as the fountainhead of all these disciplines of knowledge. Similarly, Bhagavad-gita is one of the great scriptures of Indian philosophy, which is popular not only in India but also in the Western world. It is holy and the mother of all scriptures. One of the highest valued and most profound religious texts in the world is the Bhagavad-gita. Swami Vivekananda says, "The Gita is a bouquet composed of the beautiful flowers of spiritual truths collected from the Upanishads." The Gita has a wide range of different facets, but the primary theistic shape may be drawn from them all. The Gita presents ideas from the Upanishads that clarify several realities. This article will examine the power of equanimity, a sakshi bhav that appears in the Bhagavad-gita under various names including anasakta, niskam, sthita prajna, etc. Sakshi bhav translates to witness attitude. The word karma sakshi appears in the Amaraksa 1.3.239, which is translated as the witness of all acts. The Sun by Monier Williams. Sakshi bhav means constantly being conscious of oneself and our surroundings. We frequently become engrossed in everything we see, feel, touch, hear, and taste in the overpowering physical world. We are sakshi when our consciousness is completely focused in the here and now, and when it is not wandering around. That is why it is very important to understand the self and the attitudes of the self to develop the power of equanimity. Witnessing is looking at everything externally with neutrality, or it can also be said that to remain stable in one's state of being is not to involve oneself in other external things. Hence, we will see in the following explication how Gita provides an understanding of the soul or self. Understanding of the self to acquire equanimity. It is said in the Gita that the one who is superior to the intellect is he, Atma. That is our own identity. The 13th chapter of the Gita is fully dedicated to explain the difference between soul and body, which is called Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhag Yog, where it is said that some by meditation behold the self in their own intelligence by the purified heart, others by the path of knowledge, others again by karma yoga. Our mind is always engaged in physical activities. Hence it develops our physical consciousness and we lose our original consciousness. Hence, to understand self, we need some spiritual practices. It is not possible without spirituality. As it is said in the Gita that one who acts by dedicating actions to Brahman and by renouncing attachment, he does not become polluted by sin, just as a lotus leaf is not by water. Therefore, the real consciousness, that is, the consciousness of Atma, keeps us away from sin. The person who is in the awareness of real self is performing each and every action with the complete detachment and hence may not bind with the good or bad result of his karma. So God has given very nice example of lotus leaf, which stay away from water, which may be clean or muddy. That is why the Gita says that Param Swabhav, selfhood, is said to be the Adhyatma, that is, the entity present in the individual plane. Hence, understanding of self itself is a state of equanimity. In the Gita, Sakshi Bhav or equanimity is established as a foundation. The definition of equanimity is also calm mental state in all circumstances, whether favorable or challenging. The Gita says that for the mind, which follows in the wake of the wandering senses, carries away his discrimination as the wind carries away a boat on the waters. Hence, the Bhagavad-gita provides us with numerous lessons to control sensory organs and mind that help us maintain mental stability. Sthit, firm mind. In the Gita, it is suggested to the yogi that practice yoga for the purification of the self, having made the mind one-pointed. At the time of meditation, the concentrated mind has special importance. If all the external things like place, seat, etc. are fine, but if the mind is not stable, then meditation is impossible. Gita also says that even here, in this world, birth, everything is overcome by those whose minds rest in equality. Hence, it is very important to have a concentrated mind to do any work. A higher level of concentration makes the work perfect. In the first chapter, Arjun, who was in a state of confusion and depression, becomes stable after attaining divine knowledge in the last chapter. He says, "O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory with your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt and prepared to act according to your instructions." This is how the divine knowledge makes Arjun's state of mind very relaxed and positive. And this positive state of mind enables Arjun to fight the battle. Samdarshitva, vision of equanimity. Power of equanimity also means vision of equanimity. Gita beautifully explains the characteristics of sambuddhi person. It says that he who regards equally the well-wishers, the friends, the relatives, the righteous as also the unrighteous, excels. After attaining enlightenment, everyone is an object for a yogi. He looks at a sinner with the same respect as a Mahatma. This equanimity emerges from the inner goodness of the bad person. Samadarshitva, equanimity, is not just one vision, but it is a great quality which we are losing these days in so many diverse situations. As soon as we take birth, there is the distinction between a man and a woman. Then the distinctions of caste, class or creed. Then the distinction between sinner and saint or wise and evil. Power to equanimity allow us accept others with their negativity and love them unconditionally. It is very easy to hate someone who is not ethically good, but to love such a person is really difficult. Hence, equanimity is a power. This power helps one to transform devil personality to deity personality. Conclusion. Spirituality and worldly activities can never be different. In other words, spirituality and worldly activities are two sides of the same coin. Due to the use of spiritual values in practice, practical things can be done efficiently, and success is also achieved in that. It takes skill to act impartially when interacting with other people regarding worldly issues. This skill can only come from the quality of witnessing through which man can be free from bondages. Because of this, the power of equanimity can only be acquired through specific instructions and practices which are given in the Bhagavad-gita. List of references. Swami Vivekananda, Thought on the Gita, Advait Asharma, Calcutta, 1992, page 7. Bhagavad-gita 3.42. Indriyani paranyahur indriyebhyah param manah manasastu para buddhir यो बुद्धे परतस्तु सः. IBID 13.24. ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानमात्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे. IBID 5.10. ब्रह्मण्याधाय कर्माणि संगत्यक्त्वा करोति यः लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा. Swami Gambhirananda, Bhagavad Gita with the commentary of Shankaracharya. IBID 8.3. Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Adhyatmamuchyate. Bhagavad Gita with the commentary of Shankaracharya. Bhagavad Gita 2.67. Indriyani hi charatam yanmano nuvidhiyate tadasya harati prajna vayurnavamivambhasi. IBID 6.12. Tatraikagram manah krutva yatachittendriyakriyah upavishasane yujya dyogam atmavishuddhaye. IBID 5.19. Ihaiva tairjitah sargo yesham samye sthitam manah. Bhagavad Gita 18.73. Nashto moha smrutirlabdha tavat prasadanmayachyuta sthitosmi gata sandehah karishye vachanam tava. Bhagavad Gita 6.9. Suran mitraryudasina madhyasthatveshya bandhushu sadhushvapi cha papeshu samabuddhir vishishyate.